Hello and welcome to the Fat 30 Shirt Rider vlog number 2. As you would have seen in the photos at the start of the video, I have started to lose some weight and my t-shirt is riding slightly less, which is great for everyone around me and it makes me feel a little bit better too. The actual weight that I've lost, as you know, I started on 23 stone and 2 pounds and I'm now in the 21s, which I'm well chuffed about because I've not been there for so long, for probably about 2 years. So I'm actually down to 21 stone and 12 pounds, so I'm well chuffed with that. Things have been going really well and it's just literally down to simple changes. Simple changes to my eating, exercising a little bit more, and obviously just staying on it really, which is really contributing to me being a healthier and fitter person. Just want to quickly show you a brief interview I did with my wife Lucy, because I want you to get somebody else's perspective and somebody who lives clearly in close proximity to me. So here's a quick look at that clip. Okay, so just want to introduce you to my beautiful wife Lucy, who is always by my side. Literally just want a quick minute's thoughts from yourself on, it's been a month now, Shirt Rider. What do you think so far? Shirt Rider.
You've done really well.
What do you think's gone well?
I didn't think you could do dry January, but you smashed that out of the park, so well done. You started off really well with your fitness. Your eating's been really good, and I can see a difference, definitely. Have you shown them that?
No, not yet. Oh. That will be on there.
Yeah. I've got to be quick because Tilda's crying. What was the question?
Oh my god. Stick with it.
You've done really well. You've been really motivated.
So, thoughts going forward, what needs to improve? What do I need to add?
I feel like at the beginning it didn't matter on workload, but you trained anyway. I know it's been a bit difficult with staffing and stuff, but I think you've made time and fitted in stuff where you wouldn't have normally, but now you've kind of slipped a tiny bit back into oh, I've got to send these emails, or I've got to do that bit of work and stuff. So probably discipline on setting out a plan of training if it's a training day, or you want to take both of them out for a lunchtime walk on Thursday, which I didn't know that was your only day you're not on duty. I reckon you could tighten that up a bit.
So literally I really agree with that. So I think the eating's been pretty good, hasn't it? I've not drunk, I've been pretty disciplined on that, but the exercise has probably slipped a little bit. I've got to set out what I'm doing in the week and literally nail it.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice one. Will you take part in Shirt Rider Vlog 3?
It depends how you edit this one.
I fully agree with everything that she's just said. The drinking aspect is something like her. I thought I'd find that really tough. But the honest answer is, I literally just didn't. It was just so easy not to drink. And the thing that it's really made me reflect on is, I don't need to drink during the week at all. I didn't miss it in the slightest. In fact, what it made me do to wind down is actually go for walks at nights with both of them. So when I get in at 10, half 10 from work, from locking up the boarding house, I grab both of them's lead and get my coat on and stuff, wrap up warm, and I just go out for a walk for half an hour. And it's just brilliant because it allows me to collect my thoughts from the day. If there's anything that comes up that I feel needs to be done the following day, I make a quick note in my phone. If there's certain conversations that I've had with staff or students and I felt it could have gone a little bit differently, it allows me to reflect on that, and it's just a brilliant way of winding down. Whereas if I compare to what I was doing, I was coming in, perhaps having a beer, no more than a beer, because obviously I can't, but I perhaps just have one beer and just sit in front of the TV, just aimlessly watching something that I have no interest in and flicking through my phone. So now, not only am I cutting out empty calories, but I'm also I'm actually sort of putting my mind at ease, and I'm doing some exercise as well, and obviously tiring both of them out, which is good for him. So both of them has literally been a terrific training partner. So yeah, fair play. Get yourself a dog if you want to de-stress at the end of the day, but you know, if you don't want to be attacked during the night, then perhaps don't get one. That's up to you. So yeah, that's been pretty good. In terms of the eating, there's just been literally one thing that has completely transformed our lifestyle actually, and it probably won't be of surprise to some of you because you already do it, but like, we've started online shopping. It's like the best discovery ever. And I was literally doing it earlier in the day, so I'm just going to show you a clip of that now and explain. Okay, this is something that I literally wanted to show you really quickly. It's Tesco online shopping. Literally every single Sunday and Wednesday I will do a shop online, and the reason it's transformed my eating and my wife's eating and our organisation is because we actually sit down and have a conversation and plan all the meals that we're going to have, and as we are planning the meals, we literally just get the ingredients and items that we need. So literally when that shopping comes to your doorstep, you've got everything you need for the week, and you're not tempted like you are in the shop just to get little bits and bobs as you go around. So it has loads of benefits. So number one, it helps you stick to the healthy diet that you want. Number two, it saves you loads of money because you're not using petrol to go to the shops. You're not spending unnecessary money because you see offers on and you buy stuff that you don't need. And it actually really reduces your stress levels, because whether it's Lucy or I who goes to the shop to get things, usually it's with the two children in tow, and we all know that can be quite stressful for those of you who've got kids and you take them shopping. William will want something, Matilda will want something, she won't want to go in the trolley, he does, they both do, and it gets really difficult. So this has just eliminated all of that, and I know that Lucy's really appreciated actually the shopping, just turning up to the doorstep, stick it away, and it's also like packed in bags, all in like the same, so all the meat comes in certain bags, all the frozen stuff in certain bags, so it's dead easy to put away. It does literally a way better job than what we would do going around shopping. So it's something that I would highly recommend, and it's dead simple. You literally, in the search bar, you just type the item you want, up it pops, and you pick the thing that you want, the cheapest or the particular brand that you want, and it's just like literally dead easy. I would say this shop that I've done down here, it's got about, well, it says there it's got 59 quid's worth of shopping, which is going to last easily 4 days. I would say that took me no longer than 10 to 15 minutes, and that was whilst having a conversation with Lucy about what we're going to have for the week. So we literally meal planned, shopped and done in 15 minutes, so I'd recommend it to anyone. Definitely agree with Lucy on the fact that my exercise in the last 2 weeks has dropped off. So the reason for that is literally just because 2 weeks ago my deputy Mark, shout out to you, so pleased that you're back at work, bud, but like, he's really ill, so it just meant that I had to cover his shifts, and you can't get around that. You've just got to do it, you know, they need to be covered, so you do. But obviously because you're doing so many more hours, like, you're just shattered, and the last thing you want to do is get up in the morning and go and exercise, because you just desperately need that line to like get your sleep in, so you can go again and, you know, get the shifts covered where you need to. But even during those weeks where, you know, I've had more of a workload, I've still managed to do a little bit of exercise. I've still not drunk, I've still eaten really healthy, so it wasn't a case of just falling off the bandwagon and everything's gone wrong. It just meant that, well, actually in terms of the weight loss, it just had to be a little bit less for that week, and I'm okay with that, because, you know, life is life, it gets in the way of you know, of all the things that you want to do sometimes, and that's just how it is. But what I would urge anyone to consider is actually when you're not able to exercise, because it's not always possible, you can get injured, or, you know, you can be really busy at work, don't completely just chuck yourself off the bandwagon. Make sure you keep eating healthy. And one thing I definitely did, which I talked about earlier, I made sure I went for a walk every night, so there was a little bit of exercise there as well. And then one of the things that's definitely keeping me going, and probably what stopped me going off the bandwagon when things were stressful at work, was definitely you guys. Like, I was so overwhelmed by the amount of positive comments that was coming up on my social media when I was posting vlogs and little piece of exercise that I did, and I did a little Mickey take of Joe Wicks. You might have seen, like, I made up an omelette and I did it sort of like shirt rider in 30 seconds for a bit of a laugh. And honestly, like, all of your comments and kind words have, yeah, it's really hit me, and I just feel like there's no way I can stop eating healthy and stop my exercise, because I'm on this journey now, and I've got to prove to you that in 4 months I can lose a considerable amount of weight and be much healthier, and I'm going to do it. So what do I need to work on then? Because clearly it's not all been plain sailing. Definitely I agree with what Lucy said earlier about my exercise has dropped off. So how do I make sure that I maintain my exercise? So something that I'm going to do, I've definitely done my circuit once a week so far. My goal was to do it 2 times a week. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to continue to do it on the Monday before my boarding duty, so just cram it in there. But also on a Thursday lunch, I don't do a lunch duty, and I have an hour and 20 minutes, so my circuit takes no more than 35-40 minutes. So Thursday lunchtimes, I'm going to calendar into my work calendar. I'm going to just put out or exercise or something like that, so nobody can book me meetings in. I'm literally going to calendar that to myself, and unless if it's an absolute urgent meeting that I've got to go to, I'm going to stick to that each week, and that is 1 extra exercise session that I can do. Something that I've literally just done this evening, I call it like free exercise or cheap exercise, not in terms of cost, but in terms of you're doing it without really thinking about it. So this evening I had an indoor cricket game, so I cycled to the leisure centre and then cycled back. So by the time that's all done, you've done 10 miles on the bike and probably nearly an hour's exercise. Brilliant, you know, free training, isn't it? So that's something I'm going to try and do, and particularly as the nights get better and we start cricket training outside. I think the cricket ground that I'm playing at this year is about 10 miles away, so I'm going to look to cycle to training and then see if we can get a lift back home with my mate Richie. So help me out, Rich, if you can. And probably the other thing that I need to improve is my water consumption. I think I probably go days almost without drinking water. I might literally have 1 glass a day sometimes, because I do like my coffee. So I bought this little bad boy here. I'm going to aim to drink 3 of these a day. This has got 950 millilitres. Why not just do a litre? I don't know, but yeah, anyway, basically if I drink 3 of those, I've nearly nailed 3 litres, and you know, I think that's a good starting point. People will tell me that because of my size and weight and height and all that sort of stuff, I'm supposed to drink 4 or 5 litres a day. I ain't being funny. I'm not drinking 5 litres of water a day. It's just not going to happen. So I'm going to aim for 3. If I drink more, brilliant. But 3 litres a day is much better than drinking, you know, barely a litre a day. So that's what I'm going to go for. 3 litres a day, and that should make me feel better and keep my concentration energy up and keep me hydrated. So that's something I'm going to work on. And yeah, and that's it. So if you're not following me yet on Instagram or Twitter, that's coming up now. Please follow me. As I say, I always am happy to receive feedback and comments and stuff, so you know, please make sure you do that, and I look forward to seeing you in 1 month's time, and hopefully you're gonna, no, not hopefully, you will see some more progress. You'll see less riding of the shirt and more weight coming off. Right guys, see you later.